So how are you?
I'm good.
Do you enjoy Comic-Con?
I do.
Do?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been coming here since I came here as a fanboy and paid for my own tickets. And
really? Wow.
So what's it
and
like?
when I came back in the day, it was comics.
Right.
It was Comic-Con. Right. You know, there's a whole floor of comic vendors.
95.
And now you go and walk the floor and you're like,
where are the
comics? Over in that corner somewhere by the restrooms.
What were you interested in back then?
X-Men, Watchmen, the predictable stuff. Good stuff.
Are you going to get the new, isn't there a Watchmen prequel? This one?
Before Watchmen.
Before
Really?
Watchmen,
It's
right,
pretty
yeah.
solid. You should check it out.
I look forward to it.
The first issue just came
When you
I have another 3 weeks to go on Resident Evil, and then my time is my own. I can do something for fun.
When you get to come to Comic-Con and everything, are there things that you ever have the time, like, is there anything that you would want to check out? I'm assuming you're so busy, though, but, like...
For me now, especially I'm still working on Resident Evil. I mean, I was grading and mixing the movie in Toronto until I got on a plane and came here. So, and then as soon as I'm done here, I'm going back. So it's not. I don't really have time.
You don't get to hang out on the floor and stuff.
But I have done. I mean, definitely. I mean, when we did Death Race, for example, which we promoted down here, that was probably the last time I took a lot of time to go and walk around, because we did things over a couple of days, and so we were staying in San Diego, so I had time to kind of go. But it's hard when you fly in.
And you weren't doing any editing?
Because I'm on a plane with all of these guys, and it's like, I'll just get phone calls, and, where are you? We want to go. I'm like, well, I'm looking at the comics.
Well, so it seems like when we talk to Mila and Michelle, they all seem to say that you guys really foster a great family environment on the set. I mean, you've been doing this for 2002. Is that the first Resident Evil? So it's like a decade now.
2002 is when it was.
When it was released, right?
Shooting in 2001.
So I mean, do you really feel like you just work with the same people and you really like all that? Like...
I do. I do. I mean, it's Mila kind of christened it Camp Evil. She said it was like going to camp. And I think there's a lot of truth in that. I mean, we do change things up, obviously. It's not been the same. The main creative elements have been the same for all the movies. And I think that's a pretty rare thing to have the same leading actress and the same kind of writer and producer and director for nearly all of the films. I think that's a pretty rare thing for a 5-movie franchise. But obviously, in terms of the personnel in front of the camera, that's changed a lot. The actors have come in, gone out, come back sometimes. And behind the scenes, I'm kind of in a bit of a groove right now. I've made the last 3 movies with pretty much the same crew because they've been 3D movies.
Right.
And I wanted to kind of increase that 3D experience that they had. So now I think without doubt, I have the most experienced 3D crew in the world. We've done 3 movies and 1 huge big commercial in the last 3 years. And I don't think there's any other kind of team that's done that much 3D work.
It makes your job so much easier because they know what you want and how you work.
Yeah, I mean, it's a learning experience, and I think from people, and we've all seen a lot of very bad 3D movies. There's a lot of people out there who are making 3D movies that don't really know a lot about 3D. So it's complicated, and having a crew that know a lot certainly does help. So there's definitely a family feeling for sure. I mean, it's fun, kind of.
Well, I know that you guys don't necessarily, I don't know how much you guys would talk, but Underworld and Resident Evil are both Screen Gem films. Underworld also was shot in 3D. Would you guys ever do like a crossover, like a Freddy Jason, so we could have Celine and Mila somehow in the same world with zombies and the Lycans and everything?
It's an interesting idea, but
my idea, for free, take it and run with it.
Thank you very much, and I've never heard that before.
Well, because the last Resident Evil. That's the biggest Resident Evil ever. I mean, it was huge. I mean, and it really did feel kind of like a reboot, not only because it was in 3D, but the story. So I just feel like possibilities just really could open up. Yeah, throw some Lycans in there, and
Some Lycans, yeah.
Oh, is this the biggest one? Like running time?
Oh yeah, I was also wondering.
I mean, not the exact, but because usually they're about 90 minutes, but it looks like you've got a lot of ground to cover in this one. So
I think I like long movies if it's appropriate.
Well,
I love
Lord of the Rings, right?
Lord of the Rings. I love Lawrence of Arabia.
Right, of course.
Scary movies, and I've really tried to make this a very scary film. I mean, I feel like this film is the scariest out of any of the Resident Evils.
More than the first one.
Yes.
First one was pretty scary.
Yeah, no, this one.
Wow.
This one, I've watched it with audiences, people who've never seen the film before, and I've even watched it with some people who worked on the film, so they read the scripts, they know what's going to happen. And people, I've never made a movie where people scream so much.
Wow.
And like are so shocked. And this has, I think, more and better kind of big, scary jumps than any of the movies I've made.
Well, if it's scary, then it might not be a super long film.
So, on the one hand, I've really tried to make the scope of this movie as epic as possible. I mean, it really, truly, we've trekked around the world to kind of like, to give the movie this epic scope. But at the same time, I'm trying to combine that epic scope with the fact that it's super scary. And, those two things conflict a little bit. The epic scope tends to want to push you to be longer. Trying to make it intense and scary, you can only go for so long before you start to lose that.
Yeah, because the Shining's long, but that's about it. Yeah.
So, it's kind of going to end up in the middle.
Yeah,
cool.
You don't want to wear them out.
It's going to have the epic look, but it's not going to really be kind of any longer than the other Resident Evil. The end result, though, is going to have more crammed into the running time.
Dense, then.
Which, again, I think is going to add to the intensity of it.
Why do you think you were able to make a successful video game adaptation when almost
everyone else can't?
There's so many one-offs where they
Tomb Raider couldn't.
What do you think you did differently, or what makes it different?
I approached it as a fan. I mean, I immersed myself in the world of Resident Evil. And, of course, there'll be fans who will tell you otherwise, that I've ruined Resident Evil 5 times. I feel like Tug Speedman from Tropic Thunder. No one saw it coming 5 more times. Because obviously some people are just, why was Jill Valentine's skirt wrong? Why is it just based on the video game directly? Why this? Why that? And some fans, you would think that I hate Resident Evil. I mean, I love Resident Evil, and I love the games, and I came at making the movies as a real fan of the games. And I think that's not true of many people who make video game movies in Hollywood. I have tried to the movies are kind of seeped in Resident Evil, so sometimes even if they're not following the exact story of the games, they feel like the games, and I think the gamers respond to that. But also, I've kind of crafted a story that works both for the gamers, but also for an audience that don't know anything about the games, don't even know the games, they just want to come to the movies and have a kind of scary, action-packed kind of thrill ride. And I think that's a fine line to walk, to kind of please the fans and deliver to them, but also please an audience that don't know the video game. And in order to get a successful movie, you need to get both.
And the films have really become their own thing.
I actually don't have a single friend who's a Resident Evil video game fan who don't like your movies. I mean,
I love them both.
If they're intelligent enough, they understand that you're going to make differences that work for the format.
I think that's
and you probably kept the video game franchise going.
I think that's partially what makes the movies work, is that it's not exactly the same. You're not trying to do exactly the same thing, because.
Well, I would like to feel that we give the fans of the game something fresh.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm a fan of the games, right? I loved Resident Evil 1. I wasn't horrified when I opened up the box and started playing Resident Evil 2 that it has different characters in it.
Right.
It's not set in the mansion anymore.
Yeah.
This is not a crime against humanity.
Exactly.
It was actually a strong thing for the video games. And I remember, when we were doing Res 3, Extinction, there was, some people were unsure about, you can't do Resident Evil in a hot, kind of dusty, bright environment. Sure enough, when Resident Evil 5, the video game, came along, where are they? They're kind of
in Africa,
dusty environment, doing horror in the broad daylight. we try and stay true to the games in terms of the feeling and the intent of the games. That's the best that I can possess, and I think that's why the fans respond to it. Every director of photography who's worked for me has watched the video games. He knows how the video games are shot, so that when he shoots it, in his mind, he's seeing the images from the video game. So maybe we're not shooting exactly the same stuff, but he's trying to shoot it in the manner of the video game. And I think that subliminally soaks through the celluloid and into the viewer's mind.
So you'd say love the source material. That's the key. That's the secret.
I think so. I mean, I'm shocked when filmmakers go, "I never played the video game." I'm like, are you kidding me?
I mean,
are you gonna? It's like you're gonna make War and Peace and you're not gonna read the book. I mean, it's so disrespectful. And it's also, if you don't understand what people like about the video game, how are you gonna understand what to put in your movie?
Exactly.
You know, you can't. I think it's a big mistake. So I mean, that's why I think they're few and far between these adaptations, is because I think studios look at video games and they see all cut footage sequences and they go, it's just like a movie. This is going to be simple, but it's not. It's actually that fine line that you have to walk, and it's a tightrope that obviously a lot of filmmakers have fallen off.
I know. I've seen almost all of them and disliked almost all of them.